say happy Friday morning to each and every one of you. November the 5th, 2021. It is 8 a.m. here on the East Coast, 5 a.m. on the West Coast. It's time for all of us to Just Talk Life, presented by your friends at
Elite Realty Group.
Glad to be with you all this morning. We have an outstanding show lined up for you today. You're going to definitely want to participate. In this show today, we come to you live every Friday morning to talk life with you guys. This is what we know, man. If all of us can take all of our brilliant minds, because we're all got brilliant minds this morning, man.
We really do, man.
We all take our brilliant minds and put it all together, and we add it up, we throw it all in the pot. There just maybe we can find some things that we could help each other out, man, and make life just a little bit more.
And they tell what it's about. We're going to talk a little bit about that.
There's no doubt about it. We're going to make sure that this morning that we communicate effectively with you guys on some really good things. We're going to be talking about how to quit your boring routine and reignite your life, man. I think that's some pretty big stuff that we're going to dig deep into today. We are glad to be able to dig deep with that, into that, with each and every one of you. Here's what we want you to do when you come on the show today. Help us out to literally spread this show around the world. Every time we go live, you guys help us do that more than we could ever convey to you.
Yeah.
How much you help us, you really do that. This show, Just Talking Life, is probably one of your favorites that we do, meaning you guys, the nation, because it seems like that you guys really get into these shows as we talk about life topics. And the whole overall theme of what we're trying to do here today is make our lives, help our lives, assist each other in life in making it just a little bit better.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's really what it's about. Like you said, if we all put our little parts in, we're going to help each other to make it through, because as we've said before, man, it gets tough sometimes.
There is no doubt about that.
It's tough, so we might as well try to help each other out, come up with little ideas, little things that you can do to kind of get out of the rut that a lot of people
get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? We got to be leveling up. It's like the old saying, we've gave this analogy before on this show. Life is like a river.
Not a box of chocolate. I thought you were going with a box of chocolate.
No. Life is like a river. If you get out in the river and you just sit still, you're going to float downstream. If you want a better life, sometimes you got to paddle. You got to go through the rough patches. You got to go over all of the stuff that may be in your way. There may be boards and sticks and stuff floating down the river trying to beat you down, knock you over in life. But if we keep paddling, we can get to greater heights in our lives, and that's what we like to talk about with you guys on this show. That's why it's called Just Talking Life. Here's what we want you to do for us today. There's 3, 4, 5, 10,
about
12, 15, 17 things that we want you to do. Dave's going to tell you what those are while I do those things.
Yeah, so I've already went through and done it. We ask you guys to do it now. So like the video, share the video, invite people to the video. Listen, I heard this say the other day. Now, again, I ain't gonna mention no names, and I ain't calling nobody out. But
go with it.
I heard somebody the other day said, "I love it when people share your video. That way, I can watch you."
Right.
A lot of times, people don't know how to follow the page or how to like the page, and so the only way they get it is because somebody shared it. Yes. So please like the video, share the video, invite people to come watch the video with you. When you get here, again, we like for you to say something to us, say hello, say whatever you want to say, tell us where you're watching from, whatever you feel like saying. It's a kid's show, so keep it kid's show.
Yes.
But like, share, invite, say hello to us when you get here, tell us where you're watching from. We'd love to hear where everybody does see us from. We got Rhode Island, Florida, California,
that's right,
Nevada,
all over,
Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio,
all over. And I like it when it happens.
And then across the waters.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't even know where those places are. There's so many of them. Again, but we're glad
Jessica says happy Friday.
Yes, Michelle says happy Friday from Toledo, Ohio.
Maxine says good morning.
Good morning to each and every one of you. We want you to help us out this morning. As Dave said, the shares are very important for us because there are a lot of people who come across these videos. You and I run across people all the time. Like, hey man, I saw you on a video the other day.
Yeah.
Somebody shared it, whatever, and I saw it. And people, we hope. And we get feedback. We get bad feedback too. I mean, we ain't going to say that people don't think we're crazy, because a lot of people do think we're crazy. That's okay.
I tell them
we are crazy. You know what I'm saying?
We're a little bit crazy.
We are crazy, but that's just what it is. We try to expand, man, because this is what we believe, and 100%. We, of course, own and operate a real estate company in Morristown, Tennessee. That's never been a secret. That's where this all started at with these shows. But we try to operate with a servant's heart. If we can encourage you, if we can help you, if we could maybe speak some positivity down your timeline today on Facebook, you know what? We're going to take advantage of that and do that. If the haters don't like it, that's okay. Turn a page, man. Turn a page. You know what I'm saying? Turn it off. So here we go. Let's go with it. All right, let's go with it. We're going to talk today about how to quit your boring routine and reignite your life. Now, here's what we're going to say, okay? I'm going to go with a big definition here right off the bat. We've used this before. By the way, like, share, invite, and comment on the video this morning. Let us know where you're watching from. But the definition, dude, okay, of insanity.
Yeah.
And how many times have all of us in our life made the statement, like we ain't even thought it. We've thought it so much we've made the statement, I'm going insane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going insane. Well, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results from that stuff that we're doing, okay? Our lives a lot of times become boring because of these routines that we get ourselves in. Now, let's really dive deep into that before we start doing a whole lot of anything here this morning, okay? Let's really look at this. We all can say in life, I guarantee you we all can say this, that we get in routines.
Yeah.
Like it's totally, we do the same stuff every day. We eat at the same places. We take the same routes. We go on the same vacations. It's in our lives. It's in things that we do, inside and outside of business. We eat the same foods. We have the same stuff. That seems like it happens all the time. Am I relating anywhere here?
True. That's what I'm going to say. A lot of times, like, we don't even realize.
No.
We don't even. Now, some people do. They have a routine. They do it day in, day out. They're going to eat this place on Monday, this place on Tuesday.
Sure.
And they know it. They've got their routines down that much. Some people do it and don't even really realize that they've got a routine.
I agree with you on this. And this is what we got to look at and say. I think it's the truth of the matter is. I told Nicole this the other day. We were talking about, as the big conversation always goes at our house. I don't know if this goes this way at your all's house, but what are we going to eat for dinner?
So
we have that conversation all the time.
Yeah.
And the other day I made the statement, and I've made this many times, but I am so sick and tired of the stuff that we have eaten. I don't even want nothing.
Eat it for 20 years.
Like there's nothing that sounds good. And I'm not saying Nicole's cooking's bad because it's really, really good.
Right, yeah.
Okay? But like I eat the same stuff over and over and over again. And like I don't even want anything anymore.
No.
Are we relating with you guys this morning? Are we all on the same page here? Are we picking up some stuff? Let us know that in the box if you want to. Let us know that. I do think that happens with all of us.
It does.
It's like we wake up one day and we're bored to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's because we've got a boring routine. That's just going to be really honest.
And it's true if you look back, like if you look back throughout the last couple of months or anything, like the things that you remember is stuff that you done off routine. Like,
true.
You eat at a place that you'd never eat at before.
Right. It was great.
You went to a place you'd never went before because you broke your daily routine. And so those are things that stick out and you remember them.
Sure.
Why don't we remember every day?
I'm with you on this. I mean, I'm 100% with you on this. And I think it's important for us. I mean, I really think it's important for us to sometimes break those routines. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To get out of those routines of what it is that we do all the time. Because honestly, that's what makes life boring. Now look. We tired of living boring lives. You know what I'm saying? Let's crank this thing up this morning.
Well, there ain't no sense in it.
Let's get out of the insanity that we're all living in. You know what I'm saying? The insane asylum here that we're all on because we're doing the same stuff over and over and we're thinking that it's going to get better. How many days have we woke up and said, you know what, I want it to get better today, and we went and done the same garbage that got us in a place that made it the way it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, don't take us wrong. We're not saying that there's anything wrong with having a routine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with having a routine because, I mean, if you're business oriented or whatever, like sometimes you have to. You have to have a routine to make your business operate.
Absolutely.
So it's not a bad thing that you got a routine, but it's when you become...
There's a key word.
Boring. Yeah, when you become bored.
It's quitting the boring routine.
Yeah.
The things, again, that we're expecting for something to change, and they ain't nothing changing at the end of the day. So we're going to talk to you today about how to quit your boring routine and reignite your life. Again, that insane place that we're all in. Here's the first thing that we're going to say, and this is not one of them, but this is something that we got to understand because it's going to literally encompass everything that you and I talk about today, okay? But we've literally, if there's going to be any change, if there's going to be anything that, the boring stops, and again, we reignite. That's the word we got to get. We're going to set something on fire here today, okay? Not literally speaking, but our life. We're going to have to switch it up. Right. We're going to have to be okay to get outside of the box that we're living in right this moment. We've got to be okay with some change coming our way.
True.
Who would not like some positive change today? Who would not like to literally, you think about, man, like when we do switch it up, and we know we're getting ready to do something that's different than we normally do.
Excitement.
You're ready to bounce out of the bed.
Excitement.
You're just chomping at the bit. You know what I'm saying? To go do those things. So we got to understand we're going to have to shake up our boring routine regularly. Mm-hmm. All right? Because you might love it today, but this is the thing I'm going to say. If I go out this morning and I shake up my morning routine and I have a breakfast at a place that I've never been before and it blows me out of the water, it's the best breakfast I've ever had in the history of my life. If I do that for 10, 12 days in a row, it's going to wear out. You know what I'm saying?
The excitement's gone.
It's gone now.
And
so now I'm right back in the same place. And so we got to understand, we got to shake it up, man, regularly.
Yeah.
Okay, don't be afraid to change some stuff around, move some objects in our life that kind of help us out, and we don't get stuck in those ruts and routines and it becomes boring to us. We've got to be okay with a little bit of change. We've got to be okay with that. That's what's got to happen. That's what's got to come. Because if not, the greatest thing to us today in the world will become the most boring thing to us 8 days, 10 days into us doing the same exact thing. Again, tell us some things that you know are kind of some stuff that what you would say gravitates you. It raises your level of excitement in your life. And the boring stuff that we're dealing with all the time, then it kind of makes it a little bit better. You change it up a little bit, it's going to be a little bit better.
So if I'm right, what we're doing today, we're going to give you some ideas of things to get you out of those boring
routines. That's exactly right.
Everybody's got their own ideas, their
There's
own,
no doubt
their
about
own things that they do. So tell us, what is some things that you do to break your everyday normal routine?
You can look at it and say, I can see that excited me. You know what I'm saying?
True,
and it's something that I don't do all the time.
That's things that stick out in your mind right now. Like most people go to work, they know what they're eating today, blah, blah, blah. But think about, just like I said, think about yourself. Think about over the last month, the things that stick out as excitement are things that was abnormal. They was not your daily typical things that you do every single day. Those are the things that you remember.
Sure.
So why not do those all the time?
Because that routine does get us. We get stuck. We get in that rut. The routine happens. We know that that's the thing. Here's some comments I'm going to give on mine, and then we can go with it. Lori Elkins Lewis says, routine is a nice word for rut.
That's true.
That's preach right there, man. That's good stuff. I never live in routine because it's boring.
Yep.
So that's literally where we're going down the road. How to quit that, man. How to quit the boring routine. And reignite your life. Michelle says, I agree. I get sick of eating the same thing all the time.
I mean, I'm with you. Do.
Kim says, send recipes. Let's do it, man. Put the recipes in there. I might need something new to eat at my house today when we go with that. Here we go. Number 1, how to quit your boring routine and reignite your life to get that thing going. Here's number 1, okay? Remember this right here, and I like this one because I try to always constantly be doing what this one is. And so a lot of these things I saw, and I was like, man, I kind of like this because I do try these. Sometimes, unfortunate part for me, I can speak for me today, I don't always want to do these things, okay? But here's number 1 is, remember that you're never too old to learn something new.
True.
Or do something new, okay? We look at life a lot of times and we say, I'm past that. I'm not smart enough to do that. A lot of times I think as the older we get, especially in technology and things like that, there's some really cool stuff that's out there for us all to grow and learn and new stuff about. We look at it and we say we're too old to do that and learn something new. But we also say that in a lot of different areas of our life. Let's go to what Kim said with recipes and things like that. I'm too old to start cooking something different now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm too old to change my routine. I'm too old to do these things. We look at it and we say, this is just where I am, and we settle with being okay. And we expect, though, still at the end of the day, that's just a big passion for everything that we do, and it's because we're just bored. We're boring, our life's boring, everything about it, the routine that we do is boring, and we're looking for something that changed. So again, remember, You're never too old to learn something new.
No, and a lot of times it's because it's intimidating to people.
Well, it is.
You know what I mean? It's an intimidation thing. But again, look at it. But you never said before that you'd ever be able to use a smartphone. Here we are all.
It's going.
Pretty much everybody that I know has got a smartphone. There is some flip phones still floating around. But
sure.
Pretty much everybody knows how to do it. So a lot of times it's because you just don't want to. Again, you're a little bit scared of it. You're intimidated by it. But that's the way, again, that you break outside your normal daily routine, comfort zones, however you want to look at it. But that's the things that you break out. And again, that's when stuff starts going a little bit different.
But you know, a lot of times getting outside of our routine, it can be very jarring to us. We feel very uncomfortable stepping outside of what we do in our routine, and that's why we stay there. All right, that's why that we stay there. But you literally can say, I'm talking about even when you talk about learning something new. What about new ways to eat? You know what I'm saying?
Chopsticks.
I'm not. Well, I guess you can go that way. We can definitely go with that. That would change it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd lose a lot of weight if I did.
But I'm going with, again, I'm talking about new things. I'm talking about new ways. I'm talking about healthier. I'm talking about exercise. I'm talking about a lot of different things when I say learn something new. I ain't talking about go back to school.
Right.
I'm not talking about necessarily those things, but I think we can see that would change it up. You know what I'm saying? It's just because we're learning and we're doing and we're experiencing new things in our life, that's literally going to add a little bit of excitement of that, is because it's this right here. And it's this statement that we've made so many times, man, and it's profound. But if we start living a life of I get to versus I have to, it changes the game. It changes every single fundamental belief that we have about life is I get to.
Right.
We've been given the privilege today of waking up, and we get to understand that we're not too old to do or learn something new. We're not too stuck in a place that we can't go to a different spot in our life because we're stuck in this rut. We get to do that.
Yeah.
It's the privilege, man, of what we get to do today. Just that. And again, when I'm saying learning something new, what about if that's a new mindset about ourselves?
Right.
What about if that's a new outlook on life? What if that's a new thing that we introduce into this old boring daily routine that we have, and it fundamentally changes ourselves? Don't feel like you're so old you got to just stay with what we would call the normal of our life.
Right.
Learn something new, cook something new, do something new, experience something new, drive somewhere new, talk to somebody new. You're not too old to do that. That's where a little bit of excitement can come into your life.
Right.
Here's what we're talking to you about today: how to quit your boring routine and reignite your life. Get a little bit of excitement about it, man. Put those smiles back on our face.
That's a good thing.
Do something. Do not live in the place where you think I'm too old to do or try or learn something new. That's number one.
Tamara says unless it's skiing. You might be too
you could be there. You know what I'm saying? Jerk your shoulder out of socket trying to come up out of the water. Then you get to try something new, and that's called an MRI on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Jessica said, I never thought I would see my dad with a smartphone. Who was that blowing at us?
I don't know. Somebody blowing a horn at us.
Jessica said, I never thought I'd see my dad with a smartphone, but he has one now. So again, so I'm saying people they've adapted and changed. And a lot of times you don't think you'd see people doing stuff like that, but here they are.
It happens, man. It happens. Go with number two.
Number two is you need to tap into your creativity.
This is a good one too.
It is a good one. So there's a lot of things again that you can do, whether that's whatever, doing woodworking stuff, doing down here to the pink pig pottery.
Sure.
But any time that you get your mind to do something, this kind of like we was talking about, a little bit different, you start churning those wheels.
Right.
And that's when you see, again, the stuff that you start using those things that you've not used in a while and bring out your creativity side, and that's a good thing of ways that you can take your mind off of your daily routine. That's the ways that you can kind of express yourself in different ways. So just open up your mind and find different creative ideals. Hey, this sounds funny, but you know what? Like I saw this the other day. I don't remember somewhere I saw this, but they said one of the biggest things that's good for adults right now is coloring.
I believe it.
You believe that? Because again, it was, I guess, because of, I never thought about it till it said be creative, but I guess a lot of times it allows you to, you're just kind of relaxing for a minute, and you're just going back and coloring a piece of paper.
Well, you got to look at this thing right here. And again, I'm going to step really outside here and think about new things that I'm saying. I'm talking about
Brenda said that was her trying to break the routine, blowing the horn.
Oh, got you right there. I'm with you on that. See, that's good. We got people going by honking the horn at us. But I'm talking about, again, painting, sewing, coloring, pictures. You know what I mean? Exploring the creativity. Open your minds. What the whole point of that saying that is. Let your mind open up. Get it out of this tunnel vision that we all get in all the time. Do we not get in tunnel vision all the time? Like we can't see anything around us. We think like, I don't have a creative bone in my body.
Yep.
It's because you've got the blinders on. You know what I'm saying? Those are different things that don't be afraid to tap into your creativity of what you have.
Right.
Maybe it's writing. Have you ever thought about I've never done this, but I know several people that is in my sphere that I talk with on a regular basis, that they document, man.
Yeah.
They document everything. They journal things. But it's that kind of creativity that gives you a little bit of excitement. Share something else that you've done with somebody else. Debbie Ames says change is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
And you should try and learn something new every day, from Rhode Island, by the way. But those are the things, again, tap into those things that you have. All of us have within us a little bit of creativity, whether you think you do or not.
Yeah, anything you've done, whether, again, that's doing something, with wood or flower arrangements and whatever, when you do that, think about how that makes you feel. It's a lot of times it's so satisfying. It's rewarding to see that we've done something. You know what I mean? Like we've done something that we don't normally do.
But a lot of times it's that challenge of what breaks that routine for us and reignites that in our life. Now, if you're like me, I'm super, super competitive. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times those things, when I'm trying to be creative and I'm trying something new, it's the challenge of getting over that hump that may be something that I cannot do. Like I literally know before I start it, I can't do it.
Right.
But because I'm so competitive, even with myself sometimes, using my creativity ignites a little bit of passion in my life. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to do this. But it ignites something there.
Right.
It gets me out of the boring routine that I'm always in and helps ignite a little bit of passion in my life. We're talking to you today about how to quit our boring routines and reignite our lives, get a little bit of excitement going, get a little bit of something going. People right now, man, we are so trapped in these blinder spots that we have, in these routines that we have in life. And we're honestly, there's thousands, millions of people looking to be at a better place in their life. Here's some good things to do, man. Yeah. Here's some good things to do for you to get out of that boring routine. Here's number 3. Surprise somebody or be surprised. All right? Yeah. Do something for somebody else. We've said that a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Do something good for somebody else. Mm-hmm. Be the spark and the excitement. Be the change in someone else's life today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know those people who are down right now. You got those people in your sphere, in your family, people you work with, people you worship with, and you know, man, you know what? They're in this boring routine, a whole lot worse than you and I are. They're at a place that's not a good place in their life.
No.
You want to help them and help you also, go do something for somebody else. I've always said this: if you want to learn, go start teaching. You know what I'm saying? You want to learn something, teach it.
Right.
If those are the things that happen in your life, you look at that and you say, that stuff, man, that I can do something and surprise somebody. I can help somebody. I could bring a little bit of excitement to somebody else. I could do something good for somebody else. And that element of surprise that happens and is there in my life, it's going to be something that's good for somebody else. So if you want to give it a little bit of excitement, you want to reignite your life, say goodbye to that boring routine and surprise someone, and maybe even that someone is yourself.
True.
Because you surprise yourself as what it is that you are just absolutely able to do. You didn't think you could get there. You didn't think you could do that. Surprise your own self today by showing yourself, this is what I can do.
Yeah.
And go out and do it. You know what I'm saying? Go out and do those things. We're talking about how to quit your boring routine and reignite your life today. This is episode 76 of Just Talking Life, presented by your friends at
Elite Realty Group.
Give us number 4.
Number 4, this is probably my favorite one, is you need to learn the art of giving. So you was touching on this a little bit, but a lot of times when you can give something to someone else, and again, not that you are giving money or whatever, but a compliment is absolutely free of charge. So give somebody a compliment.
That's real good.
You know what I mean? It really is.
It is really good.
So it's not that you sometimes that we take the focus off of ourselves for a little bit.
Sure.
And that we, like you were saying, we do something for somebody else, but just to give them something, you know. I mean, whatever. Again, like I said, it could be a compliment. It could be some of your time. It could be multiple things.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah,
yes.
but just it does something for you when you are able to give something for others. Again, this thing says if you make a cup of coffee, make one for somebody else.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So declutter your house. We've talked. If you've watched our real estate show, you'll hear us talk about decluttering all the time. That's a good thing to declutter. Get rid of some of the stuff that you've had in boxes for 20 years and bless somebody else with those things.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Get some of this stuff out of your house. So the art of giving. Yes,
Kim says give someone a little of your time. You don't know what that can do for people. Again, it's just giving somebody some of your time. Doing something again that's going to be nurturing a positive situation in somebody else's life. And that kind of goes by what you're saying. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff probably all of us have.
Yeah.
It's just laying around our house that we could give. We could donate. We could be a blessing to somebody else. And you know what it does? It breaks up that monotony for us. It breaks up those routines that we're in, those things that happen in our life, and it reignites that. Who don't want to do something good for somebody?
True.
You know what I'm saying? If you got bigger problems than them being boring, you know what I mean? That's the things that you got to look at and say, that is the truth. But give of yourself, give of your time, give of your knowledge, give of things that you have that you're not using. Those are things, those compliments, those things that you can do, because it's going to bring something positive to somebody else.
No doubt.
That's what we try to say all the time. We might not go into it and thinking, I don't know how in the world it's going to do anything for me, but I'm telling you, if you would just try some of this stuff.
Right.
And look at it and say, I'm going to go with this because I'm bored as could be right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? My life is bored. I'm in this routine. I've got these things going. Change it up. That was the moral of the story when we started the whole thing.
Right.
You're going to have to change something because you're going insane right at the moment. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening. And those are the things that are just there. We got to make a change, man. It's okay to make a positive change.
Michael Jackson said it.
It's okay. I might sing it tonight. I might sing it right now. You know what I'm saying? I might go with it. You know what I mean? Bring it on is what I say. Let's change it up a little bit. How to quit your boring routine and reignite your life. These are just some simple little old things. We're not like breaking earth-shattering information here today for you, but sometimes that's just things that you want to say. You want to bless somebody today, go give somebody a smile.
Yeah.
Go give somebody a compliment.
Nicole said pay it forward.
It'll change it up. That's what I'm going to say. Surprise somebody or get a surprise. You know what I'm saying? You might be the person who gets that today.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to learn something new. Don't be afraid to be creative in your life today. Look at these things and say, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it today. You guys try it today. You will be reporting back to us positive, good information. True. It broke up the monotony. Eat something new today. Go a new route home today. You know what I'm saying? See a stranger at the grocery store this evening. Give them a smile. Tell them that they're nice. Tell them that things is going to be okay.
Again, like
man.
I said, a compliment.
I'm tired of the negativity going around in this
Sabrina
place.
says the boys missed the bus today. Not a routine change I would recommend.
Well, but you know what? You got to come by and you blew your horn at us going by,
right.
And you smiled about it.
I bet she did laugh.
You on nationwide TV blowing your horn outside the office right here. We waved at you and everything. It changed it up for you. You're smiling right now because you did that. Think about it, man. Sometimes we think even bad stuff that it's going to turn out good.
It broke her daily routine.
It broke it up, man. Don't be afraid to do some change today. It's just talking life. Episode number 76 today, how to quit your boring routine and reignite your life. Hopefully we've gave you something to smile about today. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we've gave you something to think about. Hopefully we gave you something to try.
Tamara said I'd like to buy a coffee for the what I missed it there. I'd like to buy a coffee for the next person in line at the coffee place.
It's great.
Sabrina put laughing.
She's laughing right now. That's what I'm saying. Change it up. There's a smile come on your face today. All because the boys missed the bus. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It ain't boring no more. When you miss the bus, it gets serious really fast.
It's real.
It gets real really fast. We hope you guys have had a wonderful week. We hope you have a wonderful weekend.
It's Friday, man.
All of our shows this week, you guys have done so well, man. Tuning in, participating, liking, sharing, inviting. I done our numbers for our yearly shows the other day for a quiz that I'm going to be giving here, a little trivia that we're going to be playing in our office at an event we got coming up. And it's unbelievable, man. The people that you guys have put us in front of, the amount of people literally that's been able to see our shows, that's participated in our shows, it's been connections. It's really helped us. If there's one thing about it, you guys don't keep it boring because you're always introducing us to new people.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we introduced you to some smiles today. We've introduced you to some good things today. We've introduced you to some ideas today that you can quit that boring routine and reignite your life. You guys go have a great weekend. Tune in
Couple
Monday
shout outs
morning.
here. Grandma Rose said hi. So
good
hi.
morning, Grandma.
We got 9 people watching over here on mine. They won't let them talk to me. So thank you guys for watching.
Gotcha.
Even though you don't talk, we appreciate you stopping in.
That's right.
We appreciate that.
Go burn it up today, man. Reignite your life. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Tune in Monday morning for some motivation and inspiration to chase your dreams, goals, and aspirations because we're all going to wake up wild on Monday morning. Be safe. Be blessed. Have a great weekend again. We will see you on Monday morning. Over and out.